Hi, everybody. I made a video a little while ago that was about Qlik and ChatGPT, and it was basically just saying how you could use ChatGPT to ask some questions and help with coding and so on inside Qlik. And it was surprisingly popular. So I thought it was time to do a few more videos. This first one is around a little bit about the history of ChatGPT, give you an idea of who the founders were and so on. The second one will be around the pricing and how you use chat to connect to Qlik or use the API inside chat at least. And then the third one will be connecting the two products together and getting some insights. So that's all you're going to see of my face. The next bits will just be audio. Thank you. Okay, as a bit of an overview, this is what the video will be about, a little bit about the history of OpenAI, what OpenAI LP is, its ideas around artificial general intelligence, and then some of the products that are involved. These products include ChatGPT, GPT-3, DALL-E 2, and Whisper. Naturally, I asked ChatGPT to explain OpenAI, and that question highlighted one of its issues. It has a limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021. It did give me some information about who founded the organization back in 2015 and a little bit of its history around who invested and who's invested later, but certainly not up until current days. I think it's important to know about the founders. So Sam Altman is the CEO now. He has quite a history in artificial intelligence and other areas around investing in the tech industry. And together, the investors managed to raise $1 billion for the foundation of the organization. Greg Brockman is an entrepreneur who also became an investor, and he was the CTO, the Chief Technology Officer, until quite recently, I believe. And I guess everybody's heard of this next person, Elon Musk, founder and CEO of many things, and was an initial investor in OpenAI. However, the money's still there, but he's not actively involved anymore. Reid Hoffman was also involved. He was the co-founder of LinkedIn. Jessica Livingston worked with Sam at Y Combinator, and she's one of the backers as well. Ilya is a Canadian computer scientist working in machine learning, co-founded and serves as the chief scientist of OpenAI. Peter Thiel is well known as a co-founder of PayPal and other technologies, and he was also part of the initial investment. Now, I'm sure I'm going to butcher this name, but Wojciech is a Polish computer scientist, and he is currently in charge of codex research and the language teams. John Schulman is another research scientist, and he leads the reinforcement learning team, and they use algorithms that are trial and error learning to improve language models. Corporately, Amazon, AWS, Infosys, and YC, so that's the combinator again, invested, and Microsoft has subsequently invested quite extensively in OpenAI. In 2018, OpenAI changed its focus a little bit. It was pure research and turned towards more practical applications. And this led to the formation of OpenAI LP, which is a company that's for profit, but limited in the amount that it makes. And anything above certain levels is donated back into areas, such as areas that can maximize social and economic benefits that come from AI technology. This kicks in after the company has produced profits that are 100 times the level of investment that has been spent. So it may well be a while before that happens. Okay, so let's think about the products. I think most people listening to this will have heard of ChatGPT. Essentially, ChatGPT uses the API that we'll talk about a little bit later, and a web page so that people can ask questions and the results will come back to that web page. DALL-E, many people have probably heard of this one. It's a system for creating realistic images and art from descriptions. For me, it's been interesting because it seems to have set up a series of language pieces that don't reflect what I see in English. So I'm not quite sure how that works. Whisper is a voice recognition or speech recognition model that can transcribe, identify, and translate multiple language pages. And that one is really set to be used exclusively through the API. Just recently, OpenAI has set up a ChatGPT Plus option, and what that does is it gives you availability even when demand is quite high, faster response speeds, and priority access to new features. And that one's $20 a month. So important to understand that distinction between ChatGPT and GPT-3 and 3.5 and potentially a 4 coming soon. This is the engine, if you like, behind ChatGPT, and we'll talk more about this in the second video. But the second video has been released. There'll be a link to it in the details of this YouTube when it goes live. But 3, 4, and 5, I think there'll be 5 altogether. They haven't been released yet. So if you want to make sure you get them, subscribe, and then you'll be able to see when the next ones are released. Hi all, it really helps if you can subscribe and like these videos. It means more people get to see them and that encourages me to make some more. Thanks so much. Bye.